defender number 42, Alexis Avey. And the goalkeeper, number 60, Sammy Barbosa. And now the starters for your Fighting Knights, led by head coach Mindy Richmond. Midfielder, number 2, Becca Clark. Defender, number 4, Emily Solomon. Attacker, number 7, Leah Huggins. Defender, number 8, Kaya Langford. Midfielder, number 9, Hannah Connors. Attacker, number 13, Madison Smith. Defender, number 20, Delaney Smith. Attacker, number 27, Olivia Fox. Attacker, number 32, Hannah Exley. Midfielder, number 36, Liz Claggett. Defender, number 38, Ruby Studer. And the goalkeeper for the Fighting Knights, number 77, Ava Saglia. Fans, before we begin our contest today, we ask that you please rise if able and bring your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, plenty of enthusiasm as the crowd rolls in here at Malfitano Field, Bobby Campbell Stadium. The Lynn Fighting Knights 6-2. They've won 2 straight, undefeated here at home, 4-0. Shots on goal percentage, 77%. Lynn averaging a tick under 30 shots per game, 53% from the free position. Ground ball advantage, 137 to 100. This Knights team has caused 102 turnovers. Draw control, 106 to 80 advantage for the Fighting Knights, and clearance percentage at 92%. Number 8 in the country, the Lynn Fighting Knights open the conference season against the 4th-ranked defending national champion Tampa Spartans, 6-1 on the season. They've won 5 in a row, with their last game a victory 17-10, a touchdown win over Maryville, who was then ranked 4th. Tampa has taken that 4th ranking from them. Person had 5 goals in that victory. This Spartan team 3-1 away from home. They're averaging 17.5 goals per game, 34 shots per game, free position at 38%, and an enormous advantage in the circle, 108-48. This Tampa team undefeated all time against the Lynn Fighting Knights, 7-0. So they come in with confidence, defending champions. Lynn comes in as the underdog at home, even though they're 8 in the country, just because of the history and success of this program. Kelly Gallagher, the coach, Mindy Richmond for the Lynn Fighting Knights. And as Coach Gallagher said, we expect a 60-minute battle here with these two top 10 teams. And right off the draw, there's the first one. This team and Coach Richmond saying it's going to be enormous, of course. Possession probably will decide it. And if Tampa continues to dominate in the circle like they've done all season, you got to give them the advantage, of course, here today. Ava Seglia, the sophomore, in goal. 59 against, 40 saves for Seglia, the sophomore of Syosset, New York. Big challenge here facing the champs. Claggett digging, scooped up by the Knights. Here comes Lynn looking for a transition advantage. Nearly thrown away, but a good scoop and secure by Fox after the nice run and the ground ball pickup there by Kaya Langford, the talented freshman out of Fort Myers. Great cut, unable to secure the pass though. Nicely executed by Lynn. Coach Richmond said it's all about our execution here today. They executed well there, everything but the catch, as the finish was in sight for Exley. Exley digging in transition here. Able to secure the ground ball are the Spartans. Good aggression by the Fighting Knights here early. The up chant by the Lynn bench. Nice little crowd assembling. And a turnover. So a couple turnovers to begin this game. Credit the Lynn defense. Solo spinning out of a ride. Delaney Smith moving forward. Plays it out wide to Langford. Claggett calling for it. Gets it. Olivia Fox ridden out high here. And now Claggett will organize from the high point. Liz working with Clark. 2 preseason All-Americans. Becca Clark, All-American last year. Fires and scores. Becca Clark with a two-hander. Beats the keeper upstairs. Burning it by Barbosa, the 5'2 junior out of Parker, Colorado. Barbosa, 42 saves, 48 against. Goals against average at 8.5 per contest. That's a good start. Tampa certainly with a ton of confidence playing Lynn. And if you a quick start you would feel would be more important for the Knights, who have never defeated the Spartans. Ball on the deck and picked up by the speedy Lichtenberger, a transfer out of University of Oregon. Gray 7 goals and an assist. In the middle, sidearm shot saved by Saglia. Good work by Ava. It is a bright, high sunshine here at Malfitano Field. As the keepers will have to battle that glare as well. The Spartans took the field barking, their sideline barking right now. Dangerous pass, and that's nearly picked off. Delaney Smith looked like she might have been able to corral it, but taken away by the Spartans. And here comes Tampa rushing up the field. Good challenge defensively as that fast break opportunity slowed down, and Spartans will organize. We've got a whistle, and this looks like we'll go against Lynn. So first free position of the day appears to be Josie Bullock, sophomore of Saratoga, New York. 14 goals, 4 assists. Free position 0 for 1 on the year, and now 0 for 2 as Seglia again with the quick hands. Connors motoring up. Now we'll play it back to Studer. Solo. Connors. Lynn will look for Solo here. This time it's Studer Central. Ruby loses her footing. A good job to retain possession. And Langford finds Ham. And now Clark and Clackett, dynamic duo, out high for Lynn. Maddie Smith ducks under one defender, had it deflected away in traffic. A little bit of over penetration there. Maddie's been superb in her freshman season. Ball bouncing. And a good job to control it there for Tampa was Jill Cobau. And again, a turnover by Tampa, as they are really struggling to get into their offense. Solo. Nearly impossible to stop in the open field, and Solo burning up all the way into the attacking area. Lynn has done a magnificent job passing, breaking the pressure in the ride. If it comes down to it, they can always get it to Solo. Cut by Stewart, but tight window there as Lynn turns it back over. Has been very strong on the ride. Strong defensively. Looking for some quickness. This is Jenna Myhall. She cuts in to the attacking area, looking to take it all the way, and then draws the foul as just nobody could check her. So Jenna with 3 goals, 2 assists. Senior from Suffern, New York. Now we'll head to the free position area where she's 2 for 5 on the season as Tampa looks for their first score of the day. And they've got it. Whizzing that pass. Mahal with her 4th goal of the season, and Coach Gallagher making the right move, getting the ball onto her stick, and there was no denying Mahal there, coast to coast. Tampa to Boca. So 4-1 Lynn. And now this is where possession game becomes a factor, obviously. And Tampa has been able to dominate here in the circle. It's like Lenardi here. And excellent read by Solo, picking it out of the air. And Emily able to secure for now, but as it swatted away from behind the moment she relaxed. And it's the Spartans in the end coming away with it. Nice ride by Claggett. Help coming from Titus. Now they got to recover as the Spartans look to attack. Right out front. Saved by Saglia. Put back is denied. And we've got a whistle. And it'll be the second consecutive free position for the Spartans. Saglia the save. So Saglia has put a halt to 2 free position shots. Ava's going to hold it here and wind the clock down to end the first period. The Fighting Knights come together as a team here at the end of one, leading 4th ranked Tampa 4-1. So Lynn possession to begin the second quarter. The barking begins. Lynn Looking for a successful clear here. They're playing it backwards, though. They got to start over. Nice move by Studer. She splits a couple of defenders. Studer finds Huggins, and Lynn gets organized. Zoe Stewart ridden out high here. Here's Becca. Clark dodging, loses it. Now it's double teamed here. Claggett will be there to help. Williams. Ooh, a big save there. Williams in close, and she is a shot maker. Barbosa with a big save, and like we have an injured Spartan. And we're going to have a yellow. Going for Renus. Two-minute yellow will go on Farinas. Spartans who always travel well. A number of rows of fans across from their bench. Lynn had a nice tailgating session here with fans and family. There's a couple of local junior teams in attendance here. Bobby Campbell enjoying the shade of the west side of the stadium. All sunshine where we are and where the benches are, and that will cause some glare on our cameras. We apologize. Lynn has been aggressive all day, looking to cause another turnover. The Spartans ball, as they have had their difficulties, to say the least here, executing their offense. And that hit the post. Looked like it was going to go in from this angle. A rocket there fired, hit the post, ricocheted out. And in the middle where that Lynn defense has been sturdy, they get a takeaway. There's Ham, good speed. Bounces that over to Delaney Smith, who works ahead to Maddie Smith. Oh, Lynn able to kill the Farinas penalty. 3, 2, 1, release. Danielle back on the field to accept the pass from Liz. Ham darting right. Now 10 seconds on the shot clock. Claggett feeds Clark on the pick and roll, and she puts it in. Exceptional work by the two All-Americans. And for Clark, it's a hat trick and her 28th goal of the season. Assist to Claggett, who also has a goal here, her 19th. Claggett's 11th assist. And the two seniors making it count here. And boy, would they love to put on their resume that they help Lynn defeat the Tampa Spartans for the first time in program history. Lynn up 5-1 here early second. Clark ripping, but Tampa securing. That's one area where the Spartans have dominated. This has been the challenge for them, going up against this Coach Tornetta defense. And breaking two defenders that time and whipping it in. They're going to take that away. So Lynn had one taken off the board, off a quick start on a free position. And it's a yellow card and goal taken away. A gorgeous shot there from Person. And they take that away from Mary Kate. Would have been her 36th of the season. A transfer from Long Island. So a break for Lynn. Delaney able to capture. Langford darting down the sideline with her good speed. Comes to Williams. Makayo Langford has been good. Freshman inserted into the starting lineup for the first time Saturday. It looks like she belongs, doesn't it? Smith. It was a good feed there, but Lynn didn't have the right spacing. Two Knights there in the same spot results in a turnover. So Spartans able to survive this penalty, it appears, and if they can hold on to the ball here and be back at full strength, and they do even one better as they score down a player. Will this be a turning point in this match? As Josie Bullock scores her 15th of the season. And what a season she's having. Came in with 22 shots, 18 of them on goal. 15 goals, 4 assists for Josie. It's unreleasable, this penalty on Person. So the Knights will have some time left to work with. They want to get that goal back. Okay, so the official came over and said the yellow was releasable, which would allow Person to come back in. Mary Kate Holden is now standing in front of the penalty seat, but so not released, they decide, okay. That's going to go against Clark on a slash. A green. So Lynn struggles continue in the circle. 1 minute releasable to Clark. Coming back in for the Spartans is Kaylee Van Vladriken. Sorry. Also Person back on the field. So mark that point down. Person gets sent off. Tampa scores a goal, woman down. They get it back here and now put another one in with Clark. Penalty now releasing, but here comes Tampa. And then it'll go on Kobach for Jill. That's her 4th of the season, the sophomore out of Collegeville, Pennsylvania. And it's now 5-3. So 2 unanswered here for Tampa, and here's where that draw, Lynn is going to have to come up with some wins. The ball ripped forward, and again it's Sparty. Nearly, but there's Delaney Smith to take it away. Good action there by Lynn. Important draw win there. Claggett to Clark, particularly the energy now from the Spartan sideline. Out front and slamming it in is Huggins. Off of the pass from Williams. Number 17 for Huggins. Well, that draw win, pivotal right when Lynn needed to come up with something. And now extend their lead back up to 3, 6-3. Quieting the Tampa bench and run momentarily. Ball ripped up. Solo is there for the taking. And that will go against Tampa. Knights by 3. Midway through the second quarter. Claggett looking for a seam here. Well defended. Farinas got plenty of playing time here for Coach Richmond today. Tough pass, tight window there, intercepted. And here comes some speed out of the defensive end. Sprinting forward, leading the Spartans into a fast break. And scrambling, trying to get set defensively. Checking Person. And a shot and a score. Much better execution there by the Spartans offensively. And it's Josie with her second of the day. 16th of the season for Bullock. Clark will come out. Get a quick break here. Hydrate. In a different look here. It's Lenardi again. And Kirsten Zinter. So skilled on that draw. Vladrikin, leading them into the attacking area. Spartans starting to look very comfortable, and they're within one. So it's Betty with her second of the season, just a freshman out of Loudonville, New York. And now it'll be Coach Richmond calling a timeout, as the shift here in momentum evident. The Knights lead down to 1. We'll be back. .6:45 remaining, first half. 6-5 Lynn. They led it 4-zip. They led it 6-3. The Spartan machine right back in it now. Coach Richmond going back to the freshman, Lenardi. Lynn has had no success in the circle. Coach Richmond searching for the right touch. And now Tampa can tie it. And has had their struggles in second quarters this year. The pass deflected right over to Van Vladriken. Nice coverage here defensively, good slides. And Seglia, nice save, get down low against a whipping shot. But Lynn fails to clear, gives it right back. And Seglia again. So Seglia coming up big consecutively against a couple of scorching shots. Worley. Studer. Contested. And Solomon, I believe, resting at the moment. Lynn turns it over again. Sprinting up the field. Spartans another attempt at a tie. Pass gets away. Picked up. Nice catch and whipping it home to tie it. As Lynn's execution has dropped. And as a result, we got a tie game. Mary Kate Person with her 36th goal of the season. Had one taken off the board earlier. Coming into the action, 53 shots, 43 on target. 10 draw controls. 36 goals now. What a season thus far. A sure All-American. So Claggett back on the draw here. As he'll try to rip this up high where she has the advantage. But again, it is Tampa. Emily Solomon on the bench at the moment. And Tampa has the lead for the first time today. Peyton Howell with her 23rd of the season, the senior from Towson, Maryland. Transfer from Louisville. 23 goals, 12 assists for Howell. And now that's 4 unanswered. Claggett denied. Taking it cleanly was Schillick. There's 13 draw controls, but Lynn able to claim it back. Claggett surrounded here and lost it. And Spartans all the way in and putting it in. All Tampa right now. So Howell, 2 consecutive, now with 24 on the season. And an onslaught for the Spartans. 5 unanswered goals. Clark back to the draw. Lynn needs an answer here. Spartans all the confidence in the world now. And great job by Becca. Clark looking to take it. Clark shooting and scores. Remarkable play by Becca Clark, the All-American. Delivers exactly what her team needed. Right off the draw. Clark commanding in her 4th goal of the game. 3 minutes to play in the half. That ends a 5-goal run by the Spartans. 8-7. 4 by Clark, 1 by Claggett, 1 by Exley, and another by Huggins. Tampa gliding ahead with Avila. Avila, smooth player. 2 goals this season, 15 ground balls, 40 draw controls, 16 caused turnovers. Avila out of Worthington, Ohio, a senior. That collision will go against Lynn. Another free position for Tampa. Segley has come up big in a couple already. Lynn started early there. You can bet on Sarah. Sarah Betty, her second goal of the game, 3rd of the season. Nine 7. Minute and a half. Lynn hopeful for another draw control here. Ripped upstairs. And again, it is Avila. Or Avila, I should say. However you pronounce her name, she's phenomenal on the field. And that's going to go against Lynn, so the dominant second period for Tampa continues. Lynn led 4-1 after 1. Saglia, the save, I think it hit her mask. You could hear it deflect. Spartans retain it, though, and can hold for 1 if they choose. Clark the steal, but can Lynn pick it up? Langford was fouled, so big defensive play by Becca with 35 seconds to play in the half. Langford trying to find Studer. "20 seconds. Lynn hoping that doesn't cost them here in the final seconds of the first half. trailing 9-7. Nice D there by Titus as we go to halftime. With the Tampa Spartans exploding in the second quarter after trailing 4-1 after one. But they will head to the locker room up 9-7 at half. And we'll see what adjustments are made by Coach Richmond and Coach Tornado. We've seen a very positive response by Lynn after some slow seconds here this far this season. So 9-7 at the break. We'll be back on the Lynn Sports Network in approximately 8 minutes from Bobby Campbell Stadium. Okay, welcome back. Second half underway. Continues as it has all day for Tampa with a draw control win again. Emily Solomon back on the field. We're not sure if she was shaken up. She was being looked at, but a good sign, good news for Lynn. (17-11) shot advantage for Tampa in the first half. 10-9 edge for Lynn in ground balls. Tampa 9 out of 10 clear. Lynn 10 out of 14. Seglia with 8 saves in the first half. And Tampa with Barbosa had 3. Nice defensive stance here for Lynn. Connors digging, and that will go against Tampa. So an excellent start for the defensive unit here, starting the second half as they did in the game here today. Holding Tampa to 1 goal in the first quarter, but they exploded for 8 in the second. 4 fouls in the first half on Lynn, 1 on Tampa. Draw control, a dominant performance, 13-4. Tampa. Spartans 2 for 5, free position. Lynn 0 for 1, and Lynn unable to hang on to the ball again. And they score. All developed by Avila. Sets up Person. Mary Kate, second of the day, 37th of the season. But Isabella Avila, just dynamic all over the field for this Spartan team. Wind whipping up off of the ocean now. Probably a relief for the competitors on a hot late afternoon in beautiful Boca. Humidity still low though, which makes it very pleasant. Clark digging, trying to kick it over. A scrum here will be decided by a push against the Knights. Coming off the field all smiles, Kirsten Zinter. (10-7) Lynn in a pivotal opening minutes here. Flag is up. It'll be a penalty against Lynn, and now they'll accept it. Spartans will. This game has completely turned around. Seglia looking for another stop here against the 8-meter. And she's done it again. Solomon had the ground ball, shoveled it over to Ava, so Seglia doing her best to keep Lynn in it here. Claggett. Lynn looking for something positive here. Fox. Becca Clark, 4 goals on the day. Stepping up big against the Spartans. Exley through traffic, able to corral. Pass back to Clark, eludes her. Clark looking for the feed. It wasn't there. Backa denied. 25 seconds for Lynn to work with. Huggins. Claggett stuffs it home. Big time cut from Liz. And find from Huggins. First goal of the second half for Lynn. The Lynn flags flying behind the Lynn bench. Being carried by Izzy Vieni. Ella Temperio. Clark back on the draw. 10-8 Tampa. And the Spartans have it stuck on automatic from the draw control. Schillick out of Longmeadow, Mass. Superb athlete. Lynn able to draw a turnover. Connors wheels out of traffic. Ham trots on for Coach Richmond. Studer under duress. Studer using those strong shoulders to bring it up for Lynn. Becca 1v1. Madison Smith looking to facilitate. Offensive Player of the Week in the SSC. Clark at the X, fakes, comes around, and I thought the official was going to call something, but didn't. Huggins slams it in, hit the post, and deflected into the back of the net, set up by Maddie Smith. Nice response by the Fighting Knights after trailing. So it looks like Cameron Spiller came over and let us know that that was Huggins' 100th point in her career. So they're going to ground the ball. Coach Richmond alertly gets a substitute ball here, and they're going to keep that for Leah. Scoring her 100th point as a Lynn Fighting Knight. Coach Richmond holds up the ball. Her team responds. Love it. Great excitement here from Lynn. See if they can continue on the field. And they even win a draw control as Maddie Smith able to scoop it. Lynn, an opportunity to tie. Clark ridden into the corner. Now Becca will go to work. And a foul on Avila. As Avila questioning what a matchup that is to All-Americans, you would think. So Avila comes to the penalty area shaking her head. 1 minute releasable. Spartan bus moving into position. Woman up for Lynn. Lynn, opportunity to tie here. Woman up. Patient. Flag it. Clark shoved down. And there is the call. So Becca, free position. Just the second of the game for Lynn. Clark going up against Barbosa. Becca shooting and tying it. Becca Clark. That's her 5th of the game. 30 goals on the season for Clark. Big players make big plays in big games. And Becca Clark tying it at 10. She's got half of the Friday night goals here today. We're tied at 10. Clark will go up against Zinter. The Zinter chant begins. Zinter's a machine there, but then draws a foul on Clark. So it'll be women up for Tampa, looking to take the lead back. Slash. 1 minute releasable. Now Lynn looking to kill this. Avila advances. Midway through the third. Good slide over by Lynn defensively. Spartans, excellent ball movement. And they get the clear foul. It'll go on Lewis. And 8 meter coming up. Zeglia again, up high to her right. Zeglia, superb effort, particularly in the free position. Stops another one. I believe Tampa now 2 for 7 from 8 meters. Clark back on, and Lynn survives. Woman down. Maddie Smith. Maddie from the X working. Finds Clark. Clark fakes. I believe we're going to get a penalty. And we do, as Becca fouled out front of the cage. Becca back to the free position where she tied this game, and now for the lead. Clock shot deflected as the defense got there in a hurry. Maddie cut off. Ham, good quick step, shooting and scoring. How about that for your first career goal as a Lynn Fighting Knights? To take the lead over fourth-ranked Tampa. Get your first goal over the defending national champion Spartans. Olivia Ham, the freshman, all the way from Sacramento, California, St. Francis High School. And Ham is greeted by a rowdy bunch. So a couple of celebratory moments for this Lynn team, with Huggins garnering her 100th career point, and then Ham with her first. Good response from Coach Richmond's team out of the locker room. We've seen it all season long. Question is, could they do it against the defending champs? And they have. They take the lead back 11-10 with 4 unanswered. Near turnover. And Vladrikin was able to secure it and now move forward. Lynn by 1. 4 minutes to play, third quarter. Fighting Knights hoping to defeat the Spartans for the first time in program history. Dangerous pass got all the way through. And Tampa will be able to run it down with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Nice cut. Penalty on Lynn. Smart cut late in the shot clock, making herself available. And that's Kaylee Van Vladriken, junior out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. 6 goals, 2 assists. And she is perfect from the free position coming into the action at 4 for 4. Early start, and that will go against Tampa. Gigi Lewis. Nice pass forward to Stewart. Zoe racing upfield. Claggett cuts inside. Dump off to Huggins, who's checked out of position. Smith looking for the cutting. Stewart. Zoe does a nice job to retrieve it. Clark, gorgeous inside move. Becca in and puts it in. Clark taking over. Becca Clark's got 6 goals today. 31 on the season. It's 5 straight for Lynn. Coach Gallagher says we expect a battle for full 60. That's what we're witnessing. Lynn led it 4-1 after one, was ahead 6-3, but then trailed 9-7 at the half. Has stormed back here in the third. Lead by 2. Solomon's got the step, and Solo's got the ball. Lynn asking for movement. They get it. Nice action here by the Fighting Knights offense. Clark uses a screen, cuts inside, and it was hit high. And so we're going to get a late call. As Becker was hit up near the forehead, it appeared. So coming to the box will be Demir. Jamie Demir. That's a yellow, non-releasable. And Clark back to 8 meters. Clark against Barbosa. Clark was ready before the official, and now Becca will wisely reset herself. And a save by Barbosa. But they made Becca wait so long there. I feel like maybe she was a fraction behind that whistle. But nonetheless, nice save by Savi Barbosa. Clock ticking down here in the third. 20 seconds. Let's see if Tampa decides to hold. Looks like they might be. See if they make an attempt at it now with 10 seconds. Doesn't appear that they will. Let's start the fourth with possession. As the third quarter comes to a close, impressive third period for the Fighting Knights. After getting down 10-7, they storm back. And they lead it 12-10 after 3. We'll be back from Bobby Campbell Stadium. So switch ends, and it'll be Tampa heading to the north side cage. Here in the fourth. I'm not sure it has anything to do with it, but whichever team has gone to this north goal has had more success. With Lynn winning the first and the third, and Tampa winning the second, and now heading this way for the fourth quarter. They open the fourth with possession. Have they lost it? Deep in the corner. And it's the Fighting Knights coming away. Dangerous pass, however. Seglia digging. And this would be unfortunate for Lynn because the shot clock was expiring on the possession, but now Tampa with a fresh shot clock as well as retaking possession as Lynn unable to clear that ball. And plus the Spartans penalty will release, so that's a big turnover there by Lynn after a stop. Langford made contact, no whistle. And now the contact will go on the team in black and red. Good stand by the freshman again, Kyle Langford. It'll be a green card, 1 minute releasable. Will go on Schillick. Coach Gallagher is going to question that one. A strong start in the fourth would be impactful. Solo on the Millennium Falcon into the attacking area. Speaking of the Millennium Falcon, it sounds like Tampa just yelled out Yoda for their defensive effort. Exley. Good ball movement here. Women up for Lynn, but that penalty is going to end in a moment. Clark wheeling, dealing, and scoring. Clark's got 7. 32 now on the season. Clark taking over this game. 13-10 Fighting Knights. Lynn 6-2 on the season. Tampa 6-1. Fighting Knights ranked 8th in the country. Tampa ranked 4th. How about this for a conference opener? The loaded Sunshine State Conference. Clark ripping. Solomon battling against Avila. What a matchup. And it's Solomon. Lynn bench alive, chanting defense. Nearly forcing a turnover. Langford on the ride. Right out front, wide open, unable to finish. Quick recovery defensively. Solomon in position. Yeah, that shot just wide of the cage. And a clean pick by the cause turnover leader in program history, Liz Claggett. Claggett loses Avila. Axley. Quick defensive recovery by the Spartans. Looked like Lynn would have an advantage. Fighting Knights 6 unanswered goals. Zoe Stewart. Back to Clark. Here comes Clark. Looking for Claggett up high. It was deflected. Now on the deck it's Claggett. That pass eludes Clark. A little bit sloppy there in that possession for Lynn. Tampa looking to make it hurt. Credit the defense by the Spartans on that trip, certainly. Titus locking down. Quick move out front. Shot is wide. Shot whipping and saved by Saglia. Ava rising to the occasion. Ooh, Studer. And Lynn fails to clear again. Defensive unit right back on. After a nice stand and big time save by Saglia, they'll have to do it again. And they're going to get a free position. Coach Tornetta says nice job to his defense. Appearing not to agree with the ruling. Ava looking to come up big again. This free position opportunity for Tampa. Spartans in, and they put it in upper right shelf. Breaking a 6-goal run, so it's Person with her third hat trick for Mary Kate. 38 now on the season. Tampa bench chanting Mary Kate. Or Tornetta shouting instructions to his defense. It's a Lynn 2-goal lead. About 8.5 minutes remaining in the game. Big time battle here to open SSE play. Won't get any easier for Lynn as Second-ranked Florida Southern comes to town on Saturday. Good check by Gigi. Stopping the run of Avila. Person slings it wide. Shot and a score by the left-hander for the Spartans. So Peyton Howell joins Person with a hat trick. Timeout, Lynn. Good timeout by Coach Richmond. As this game has been a battle of runs, and it's Tampa right now ending a 6-goal run by Lynn on a 2-goal streak of their own. It is a 1-goal advantage for Lynn. Just a tick under 8 minutes to play here from Bobby Campbell. All right, Lynn asking a question as their team goes back out on the field. Who wants it? And their response is, we do. We'll see who wants it more here down the stretch. Lynn now with 1 timeout remaining. Tampa has both of theirs. Under 8 minutes to play on Malfitano Field. As Tampa an enormous advantage all day long from the draw. That ball slapped away, and Claggett comes up with it. Well, Lynn, who has struggled clearing a little bit recently. He's got solo go here. Emily's got to be aggressive. Studer. Long pass upstairs where Claggett can claim it. Tampa's really turned up the pressure defensively. Lynn's going to have to attack against this high pressure. Ham. Now Tampa lapses a little bit. Smith draws a foul. Maddie kept working. So Madison Smith, the talented freshman, up against Barbosa. Maddie shoots, Save. Rebound stuffed home by guess who? Becca Clark says, allow me. That's okay. Allow me. That's her 8th of the day. That's a season. That's a good season, quality season for many players. Clark's got 33 on the season. (14-12) Lynn. That snaps a 2-goal run by Tampa. Ball ripped upstairs. It's Avila again. And then she's whacked on the head, and that Avila upset. Let Lynn hear about it. Isabella Avila, what a competitor. Came in with 40 draw controls. That's a yellow. 2-minute releasable. Woman up, Tampa. Coach Tornado with a message for Emily. Oh, Lynn down a player here. Looking for a stop. Try to run this penalty down if they can. Adjusting the clock.
I get it from my phone.
An adjustment to the scoreboard here. We wait. So it'll be 2-minute releasable. We're at about 6:17 remaining. And now it is on the board, so coaches are satisfied. Big props to Izzy Vieni, who has been very vocal, leading the cheers here from the Lynn bench. Lynn bench asking for defense, pleading for it. Lynn up 2. Woman down. Nice passing here by Tampa, and unable to finish. Some late contact. As I believe that was Person going to the deck. That shot hit the post. Ricochets upstairs. Tampa able to run it down. 1 minute remains on the Solomon penalty. Saglia comes up huge with another save. What work by Ava. Langford passes out of the potential trap.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Lewis scampering forward, ducking into the offensive end. Good work by Gigi. Delaney Smith comes in for Lewis, who did a nice job. Gigi gasping for air. Solomon's penalty is released. Certainly different weather here for Lewis than Nottingham, England. Lynn up 2. Every possession now pivotal here down the stretch. Under 4 minutes to play. Stewart, Claggett. Her shot is saved, but do we have a foul? We do not. So critical play there for the Spartans. And Barbosa. They needed to stop. They come up with it. 3:20 to play. Spartans were unable to take advantage of a woman up last possession. And they're going to, that's a good call against Maddie Smith. I didn't see that, but the green card, so it's a minute. So they will go women up again. Great opportunity for the Spartans here. As dominant as they've been at the draw circle, they just want a goal so they can get to the circle. Almost guaranteed of another possession. And Lynn will have to pull off a stop. A woman down again. And this time they can't pull it off. Quick goal by Tampa. No, Shellick with her 5th goal of the season. Outstanding player. Really strong in the circle. We should mention that Katie DeShane, also the Butler transfer. Just outstanding defensively. 9 caused turnovers coming into the action. She's been all over the field. So here we go. 3 minutes and change remaining. Lynn by 1. Battle here, positioning, and Langford cross the line. Tampa ball. Spartans will look to tie. The pass gets away. Will it roll out of bounds? It does. A costly error. Unforced error there by the defending champs. Connors to Huggins. And that'll go against Leah. They tried to get into the middle of that press break, but Tampa was ready for it. Saved by Saglia. I think Tampa's figured that play out. Coach Tornez said, go hard. Clark's got it. Facing a potential double. Becca has it knocked out of bounds. That should be white. They correct it. Clearly, from our vantage point, that went off black. Stewart, again with those great wheels. Zoe, will she be aggressive? She is. It gets pummeled down, so Stewart will take the free position with 1:45. That's going to be yellow, too. That's huge as Lynn will go a woman up. here with the remaining minute 44. Coming off the field. It'll be releasable. It'll go on Kobach. Coach Richmond will take her one remaining timeout with a minute 44. And discuss strategy here. Free position for Stewart, which you figure will be pulled out. And Lynn will try to take time off the clock. We'll step aside momentarily in a great one from Bobby Campbell. So during the timeout, Coach Gallagher over here went over on the field to contest a call. I'm not sure whether it was going back to that out-of-bounds call, which one of the officials indicated Tampa ball. They got it right. It was right in front of us. It looked clear from our perspective at last touch the Spartans. I'm not positive that that's what she was arguing, but we think that may have been at least something that was brought up. So Stewart pulling it out as we suspected. As Lynn will try to run clock here. They're up a woman. Fighting Knights will try to play catch. Tampa will chase. Stewart's going to come off as Tampa screaming for an offside call. So minute 15 to play. It's about a 15-second differential. Game clock, shot clock. Plaggett, Exley, Fox on the perimeter. Clark in the middle at the moment. And now here comes the pressure, I believe, as they scream from the bench. But Tampa's going to have to go out and press more, you would think. They don't want to leave themselves 15, 20 seconds. Have to try for the turnover here. Fox. And now Huggins. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see if Lynn tries for goal here. 8 seconds. Exley had it poked away. Ball on the deck. Lynn picks it up. And do they get a fresh shot? No, they don't, as that runs out. 8 seconds. Tampa's got a timeout. Coach Gallagher screaming for a timeout. And now she's going to question the scoreboard clock, I believe. There should be more time. It's got, I think they're going to put it 15 seconds, which sounds right, because that was the difference that we talked about. Shot clock, game clock. There's a shot clock violation. .2 is all they had. So I guess because there was a chase for the ball there, I heard one ref say 15 seconds. But if it's 6.2, that's a big difference. Lynn's got to run this out, and for the first time in program history, would defeat the Tampa Spartans. And this is a tall task now. I mean, 15 seconds, you got some hope, but it's 6.2. Now, there's still a woman down as well with the unreleasable penalty. We'll see how Coach Gallagher wants to play this. It's like Barbosa's going to have the ball. If she's going to whip it down, or they're going to try for a run. Well, she's going to throw it as far as she can. Barbosa looking for somebody midfield. Doesn't see anybody. Here we go. Now whistle blows. Long outlet pass. Deflected. That should do it. Clark over there, and it's over. The Fighting Knights flying the Lynn flags high have upset the defending champion Tampa Spartans 14-13. What a statement victory for Coach Richmond, the Lynn Fighting Knights, and this lacrosse program. Tampa was up 7-0 all time. And Coach Gallagher shaking the officials' hands. She was not pleased with a couple calls late, but classy there in departure. And the Lynn Fighting Knights have done it. Coach Richmond applauding her team. What a victory for Lynn. Great start for Lynn here, up 4-1 after the first, but then dominated in the second period, and the Fighting Knights withstood that, came out of the locker room strong, and win it 14-13. Tampa outshoots Lynn 31-21. Lynn had a ground ball advantage, 17-13. Lynn 19 of 25 clearing, Tampa 11 of 12. Saglia 15 saves, Barbosa 5. Turnovers, Tampa at 18, Lynn 17. Lynn had 8 fouls, Tampa 4. 23-6 draw control advantage for the Spartans. And yet Lynn finds a way to victory. Free position, Tampa 3 for 8, Lynn just 1 for 5. Scoring recap before our post-game interview with the stars of the game. Clark from Claggett, Exley from Clark, Claggett unassisted. Clark from Claggett to start Lynn out 4-0. Mile free position, Clark from Claggett, Bullock unassisted, Hoball unassisted, Huggins from Stewart, Bullock from Person, Betty unassisted, Person from Styluck, Howell from Purston, Howell unassisted, Clark unassisted, Betty free position, Person from Avila, Claggett from Huggins, Huggins from Smith, Clark free position, Ham unassisted, Clark unassisted, Clark from Fox, Person free position, Howell from Zyluck, Clark unassisted, and Zyluck from Howell. What a game. Ruby Studer coming over as the defensive player of the game. Becca Clark coming over as the offensive player of the game. Phenomenal stuff. Grab the headset and get your controls here, Ruby. Oh, what a game, huh, Ruby? I mean, you guys started out so quickly.
Yeah.
4-1. They were dominant in the second.
Yeah.
How would you assess that first half, and then what were the messages at halftime?
At halftime, it was kind of like a we can, we will, we must attitude. Like, we knew that we had the abilities to do it. We just had to play as a team, and I feel like we kind of lost that a little bit in the second. We kind of got a little ahead of ourselves. But I feel like we really pulled it away and, like, found our unison, and, like, we really came together. And I feel like that's kind of was what the major message was at half.
Ruby, you're part of this terrific senior group.
Yeah.
What does it mean for you guys? First victory over the Spartan team in program history.
Honestly, it gave us all chills. It was something that we've been working so hard for over the past 4 years, and we've been so close to them, neck and neck. We lost to them by 2 in overtime, or we lost them by once when they won the national championship, and I think we've always come so close to beating this team, and so to finally do it, it was just kind of everything is coming together, and it's finally paying off.
Was there any doubt? I mean, you get behind as Tampa starts rolling. It's got to be a little intimidating. Did you feel any doubt as a team?
No doubt at all.
Okay.
I mean, it was one of those things where it was we just need to lock in. We knew that we could do it from the start. Our first quarter proved that. Second half was shaky, but our third quarter is when we really rebounded. It was the exact same as the first quarter. We only let them score 1, and I feel like that's really gave us the momentum to be the best we could be.
Oh, congratulations, Ruby. Great performance. Doesn't get any easier Saturday. You got the Mocs coming in town.
I know. We'll have to bring it too.
Yeah. Enjoy this one first.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We'll bring in Becca.
Hello.
Hey, Becca, great to see you.
What's up,
You're loosening up? Are you tired from that game? No way.
Nah, I can play another one. Let's do it.
Doubleheader for Becca Clark.
Yeah, right?
If anybody could pull it off, it's you. 8 goals, Becca. What?
I didn't even know that, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't trust my calculations, but I have you at 8. I'm pretty sure that's correct. So you weren't counting. You have defeated the Tampa Spartans. I mean, what does this mean to you?
It's about time. I mean, I think I heard Ruby say, we've been at it every single year with them. We play them twice a year, maybe 3 times a year, and we're head to head with them every year. But today, in the locker room, I told the girls, we're not losing today. There's no shot we're losing. They have to come back to us. We're not going back to their field. Hell no. Literally, we've been playing there way too long. Last time we played them here, we lost in overtime. So, it's a big, revenge game for us. And, we're always eye to eye with them. And it's about time. And, we're going to see them again. They're going to come back here, and, we're going to have to fight for it again. It's going to be just as hard, if not harder. So, we're ready for it. This is the start of SSC, and we're ready. Bring it on.
Becca, you are being such a competitor, All-American. In big games, what is the difference between trying to do too much? And I know maybe you have had those moments where you're like,
Sure.
I'm taking control, I'm the leader. You put it on your shoulders.
100%.
Today, was there a difference in thought process and maybe in mindset for you?
Honestly, not really. I have a little routine beforehand. I stretch, get my mindset. I honestly was under the weather today, so maybe that was helpful. Honestly, nothing really. I go out there, I try and stay focused, trying to get the girls in the right headspace. If I see some of them get down on themselves, but I'm really trying to stay composed this year. All these girls, all these teams know me, so that's the time where I got to take control and let the other girls do it. Get open, but also set my girls up for success as well. So it's not all about me. It never is. It's always a team game, but. Since it's my last year, I know they're scouting me. So it's my turn to, sit back and let the other girls do the work. Obviously, a little bit came to me today, but that's because my teammates set me up for it. So it's an all-around game. My mindset's not different in any game other than I wanted to beat them today. It's about time.
It was a spectacular performance, and what a great leader you are for this team. Tampa was on a run. You guys couldn't get a draw.
Yeah.
You went to the circle. It looked a little dim just knowing the background between these two teams there for a moment. There was kind of a refuse to lose at that moment. Did you feel you not only won the draw, but you took it in and scored? 100%. Came up with a huge goal.
Yeah. It's just a mindset. It's a switch. They're not beating me. They're not getting to it before me. There's no shot. So it's just a little mindset that you got to switch on in those critical moments. And again, I really trust my defense, and even if we did lose that draw, we would have gotten it back.
Great confidence. So you've beaten Delphi, right?
Delphi.
And you've beaten Tampa, the 2 teams in the championship last year. What does this do for your confidence as a team?
We just got to stay composed. We can't get too high over our heads. This was a big win, but we have the rest of the SSC to get to. So we got huge games ahead. We just got to stay, in the right space and, continue moving forward from here and, just playing our game.
All right, Becca, I think your team's waiting for you. I'm taking too long
Yeah.
on the interview.
All right.
Go ahead. Great job.
All right, thank you. Thanks,
Awesome.
Ari.
All right,
Thanks,
Becca.
Matt.
Becca Clark leading the way, and here she comes. So her team's waiting for the big team photo. I got to end the half-hour interview. And for those of you that don't know, most of you do, that Becca Clark works with our Lynn Sports Network in the offseason, and she has since she was a freshman and first walked on campus. And so she is our All-American as well here at the Lynn Sports Network. Everybody's All-American. Becca Clark, 8 goals to lead the way. The Lynn Fighting Knights improved to 7-2 on the season, 5-0 undefeated here at home. Doesn't get any easier. The Boxer here Saturday to take on Lynn. That's a 4 o'clock start. Tampa falls to 6-2 on the season. Their 5-game win streak comes to a halt. For the Lynn Sports Network crew, I'm Ari Shannock. 14-13, Fighting Knights over the Spartans of Tampa. So long from Boca, everybody.